Group projects. That thing that teachers force kids to do for some reason, even though they damn well know that there's always gonna be that one kid who's gonna do 95% of the actual work, but only get 25% of the credit. And then the teachers are gonna expect said kid to not resent their peers as they grow older, and are forced to realize the sad fact of life that 80% of people are selfish, idiotic, useless cunts that won't lift a pinky finger unless an adult tells them to, and has to threaten them with detention if they don't. The perfect way to permanently destroy a child's faith in humanity, in my eyes. Don't you agree? And the worst part about it is that you would think that as time goes by, you would slowly get more and more desensitized to such butthole behavior. And you do, absolutely. But then, there's that one project. That one project where you actually want to do well. Not just for the sake of a grade, but because you actually care about the subject and want to prove to people, especially the teacher, just exactly what you're capable of. And luckily for me, I had one of those projects in college. It was a media class project where we had to create a 4 to 6 minute long short film designed to illustrate everything we had learned in class about shot composition and filmmaking during the year, which the teacher gave us 100% creative control over. It was my absolute dream project. I had never in my life been so excited to get started on homework. Because, funnily enough, I had actually dabbled a little bit in filmmaking before getting this project assigned. Even creating a 5-minute long presentation cartoon of my plans for college the year before, back when I was still in high school, that I drew on my iPad with my finger, and then edited on my laptop during class. Which I got a big fat A on, son! Which I was oh so happy about, in a way I can't really describe. That kind of external validation can be incredibly intoxicating at that age. And since then, I had gone out of my way and bought my very first Wacom graphics tablet all by myself, which I would draw on whenever I wasn't doing homework. And it was a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD interactive pen display, to be precise, which, funny enough, was the exact same model my uncle had. Because the second he allowed me to try his tablet for the first time, and experience the true magic of creating digital art for the first time, I knew in my heart that that's what I wanted to do with my life. I had always liked drawing, and had started looking into animation software and different kinds of animation techniques before then. But that was the first taste of something that I didn't know I would be chasing for the rest of my life. So, needless to say, I was extremely excited to get started on this short film. But as you can guess by the title of this video, that excitement quickly died down. Because then the teacher mentioned that it was a group project. And I was a little bit more apprehensive, to say the least. But I decided to keep a level head about the whole thing, and at least try to have a positive mindset. I mean, my therapist did tell me that I should stop always assuming the worst of people and try to stay positive during tough times. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? Hey, Becky, can you cancel our appointment next Tuesday? Why? 'Cause you're a filthy liar. That's why. See you in hell, you filthy lying bitch. And because I have oh such amazing luck, and God is just oh so eager to bless me with whatever crazy shit he found in Kitty Jesus' litter box, I just so happened to get placed in a group with 3 other people. 2 girls and 1 boy. Okay, let me just find 3 random useless annoying characters to substitute with my classmates, and there you go. And these guys could not have given less of a radioactive pigeon shit about anything revolving around this project. And honestly, appeared to be the kind of people who only got assigned to media class because everything else was booked. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Just means I have to do the project by myself then. No big deal. I'm sure they wouldn't mind me taking over and just do the project for them outright. I mean, it's less homework for them to do, am I right? But to my surprise, the girls told me they really wanted to work on the project too. Oh! I did not expect that. Huh. Interesting. Okay, sounds fun. Let's get started then. Okay, so got any ideas for what kind of film we should make? And almost as if all three of them were possessed by the devil, they all unanimously said,
"Let's do a horror film!"
And I could immediately feel my heart fall straight into my ass. You see, from around the age of 13 to 18, I had developed an intense, and honestly quite creepy fascination with horror movies. And because my uncle is such a massive giga-chad, he let me borrow all of the movies that he had collected on his shelf throughout the years. And he had all of the classics. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Halloween movies, the Alien movies, The Exorcist, Night of the Living Dead, The Grudge, The Shining, the entire Saw franchise. And eventually, I managed to find some more classics that I ended up adding to my own collection of movies, like The Ring, the Child's Play franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street, etc. And I even started reading Stephen King books, just because I wanted that extra edge on my pathetic little depressed emo girl resume, you know? So immediately I knew we fucked up. Because you see, horror is one of the hardest genres to do correctly. It's really hard to do something genuinely scary, especially when you don't have the budget, camera equipment, experience, or just raw talent to be able to pull it off. And if something is clearly supposed to be scary but isn't, there's only two ways that can go. Either it's so absurdly not scary that it loops all the way around to be just funny. A few examples of this would be Night of the Living Dead, Rubber, etc. Or the movie leaves absolutely no impact at all, becoming a boring, predictable mess that you can't even laugh at. Examples would be... I don't even know, because I tend to forget movies like that entirely to make room in my brain for good stuff that I actually want to remember. So, as my attempt to prevent this inevitable train wreck that I could see coming from a mile away, I took the biggest calm yourself down breath that I could, and calmly but firmly suggested that we should make a comedy short instead. Because I knew that all we had to record with was cheaply bought handheld camcorders provided by the school, and that the audio on those things would be an absolute nightmare to work with. And I thought that if we made a Charlie Chaplin-inspired comedy short instead, we wouldn't need to worry about any of that at all. But I was quickly shut down, and like the true geniuses that they were, they justified their decision by saying,
"But that's what everyone else is doing, so we should too."
And I was forced to comply with this stupid idea, against every ounce of common sense that I happened to possess at the time. Which, admittedly, wasn't much, by the way. And I basically just told myself, okay, looks like no one cares about what I think. So for the sake of what little remains of my fragile sanity, I'm gonna completely emotionally dissociate from this entire planning process. If these guys are so hell-bent on making a bad horror film, then I'm just gonna have to let them. It's not like there's anything I can do to change their minds anyway. Maybe I should just focus on the camera work and editing. That way, even if the script just so happened to be bad, at least the film will be visually pleasing. Let's just focus on that, and then the film can't be all that bad, right?
Sorry to end this thing on a cliffhanger, guys. This story is gonna get quite long, so you better buckle up, because it's only gonna get worse. So much worse. Oh, and by the way, sorry for how the video looks, especially in the beginning. I just got Clip Studio Paint and I'm trying to figure out how to use it, so hopefully in the next video it's gonna look a little bit more polished than it does now. I'm still in that awkward learning period where you're trying to figure out how stuff works. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye!